put up for us. We're going to start calling the news broken news because there's breaking news, but we have broken news.
I like that.
Yeah, broken news coming at you guys.
Patent pending.
Patent pending. We got a lot of news stories to cover tonight, so I figured we'd start early. We'd get a nice early start on it. Jonesy, what do you think? We got 4 major stories that we definitely have to cover.
Yeah.
You want to start with the pussy getting chased by a pussy?
The first thing we're going to start with is the vicious pet cat trapping the odors inside an Oregon bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You heard that right.
I really wonder if this story would have gone in a much different direction if it was in Idaho or like Tennessee or somewhere. You know what I mean?
Well, no, because fucking people in Idaho and Tennessee are huge fucking vaginas.
Yeah.
We're talking about
this is the 911 call.
22-pound cat named Lux, and it all played out in a dramatic 911 call.
He may look
the size of that fucking
It freezes
thing.
for a second. It's the video. It's not the system. So I knew you were going to freak out.
cuddly, but
I think it's like a coyote, that thing.
This
Yeah, it's
cat
big.
angry.
I have a kind of a particular emergency here.
You're a huge pussy.
22-pound black and white Himalayan held his Oregon family hostage in their bedroom, forcing them to call 911 for help.
My cat attacked our 7-month-old child, and I kicked the cat in the rear, and it has went off over the edge, and we aren't safe around the cat. It's a very large
Let me call
Himalayan,
911.
and we're trapped in our bedroom. He won't let us out of our door.
Lee Palmer and his girlfriend Teresa Berger said the feline turned ferocious
You can cut
after
it
their
here.
son Jesse pulled its
We
tail.
don't have to hear any more of that nonsense.
As if this thing was like, in Sherwood Forest, this big snarling fucking,
Like it was a jungle cat in The Hangover. Well, The Hangover when they open the door to the bathroom, they're like, "There's a fucking jungle cat in the bathroom."
It's kind of like in Princess Bride when they go in the forest.
Yeah.
The RSSS, rodents of unusual size. Or
Yes.
shit like that.
Yes, absolutely. So there's this cat, and this guy calls 911. I think his man card should be fucking immediately revoked.
This guy's got no bag whatsoever.
Zero bag.
This guy's a fucking loser. Number one, I'd love to know like the mental process in his mind, because his social conditioning his whole life was don't hit kids, don't hit women, don't hit cats, don't hit this. Listen, there's a cat and it's threatening your family. If it is, whack it with a snow shovel. What are you doing?
Grab it by the back of the neck, take a few scratches, a few bites, and fucking man the fuck up.
Seriously.
That's it. I can't even believe that made the news. The cops were like interviewed later in the video laughing about it. Like, oh yeah, the cat really didn't want to go back in the cage. So you showed up, grabbed the cat, put it in the cage. Like, no big deal. This guy's a huge...
Not to mention that, like, cats have the attention span about as long as your dick.
Yeah.
And like, I can't imagine...
Wait, what?
Yeah. I can't imagine cats focusing on something for that long. Like, they aren't that defensive.
No.
They're cats.
They're like, they're about as excited about that as they are to see you come home. They're like,
right.
All right, fuck it, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Good to see you, fuck off. Fuck cats. Fuck cats, fuck that cat. Fuck that pussy that fucking called 911. A fucking vagina. That's what a vagina looks like, folks. For those kids out there, for those kids out there that are watching on ZenLive.tv, if you want to know what a vagina looks like, rewind to about 41 minutes into our broadcast. You will see a picture of a guy holding a baby and bitching about his cat. That's what a vagina looks like. That is what a bleeding roast beef curtain vagina looks like.
How come I feel like he was wearing a Canadian tuxedo when this happened too?
Yeah, he definitely was wearing old denim. He was denimed out.
He wasn't he?
He probably.
Like a big mustache.
Hey.
All right, so that's that story. I don't really know how much more we can discuss about that nonsense. All right, we'll move on to the woman who tricked a teen into seeing his own mother's nude photos.
I love this story.
On Facebook.
Love this story. Go ahead.
Jonesy, you want to read this one or you want to do it?
You would do it a lot better than I would.
Okay. A Pennsylvania woman looking to exact revenge on her husband stole nude photos of the man's girlfriend, posted them to Facebook, and tricked the woman's teenage son into looking at them. Let me paint you a picture. I don't need to read all the bullet points. So this woman is happily married, has a few kids. She finds her husband's cell phone when he's sleeping. There's pictures of a naked chick on it. She investigates. She finds out. They know this. It's someone they know.
Yeah.
Someone that's in the neighborhood, maybe, something along those lines. She downloads the pictures from his phone, goes on with everyday life like there's nothing going on. Then she uploads them to Facebook. She creates a fake Facebook profile.
This is brilliant. Yeah.
Well, it's brilliant, except I think it landed her in jail for a little while. But she makes a fake Facebook profile. She thinks this woman has kids. she's wrecking my home wrecking hoe.
Yeah.
So it's payback time. So she friends the mistress's son, 14-year-old son, and boom, throws him all the fucking naked pictures of his mom. She probably prefaced it with, here's some pictures of me, hot, steamy pictures of me. I mean, I want to laugh, but at the same time, I feel really bad for that kid.
Yeah. Oh, that is just like, what a freaking and when Facebook, when you open it up, there's like that big red dot in the top corner. You're like, ooh, I wonder what that is.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you open it up and you just go, like your face starts fucking melting. Like,
ooh, I have a message. Someone sent me some photos. Yeah.
Or like, or even like the mental process when you get a friend invitation. It's like, oh,
right.
I wonder who this person's. Yeah, they're probably harmless. Okay, what's up? And then you get a message 5 minutes later and your face starts melting.
That's just, I don't wish that on anybody. I mean,
my question is, how old is she?
The woman?
The woman, yeah.
It doesn't give her age here.
Because, I feel like people like in our generation would be able to figure that one out. But like my mom wouldn't have been able to figure that one out.
No.
I don't think so.
That's like a really ingenious way. But she's actually getting, I want to read the exact charge.
Yeah.
It's corruption of minors and criminal use of a computer. She might get that ban. Remember that guy that we were talking about that did the that did the Craigslist prank when he was sending naked men to his neighbor's fucking house?
Oh yeah.
She might get that ban, that internet ban.
Maybe.
And we were talking about how rough that has to be in this day and age to get
seriously,
an internet ban.
yeah.
30 months without internet, like fucking just take
Big
me
deal.
now.
Yeah.
Like you literally just disconnect yourself from the planet. You can't use a smartphone. You have to use a flip phone for the rest of 30 months because you can't have internet access. That shit's crazy. Anyway, so that's what happened with that. That was insane. Then we got what was our other story, Jonesy?
The last one was the Playboy one.
Yeah, Playboy model suing a radio host, I believe is what he is. Here's a picture of the golf outing where the Playboy model was asked to lay down, stick a tee in her butt crack, and he was going to tee off from her ass. Now, model Liz Dixon is now seeking $500,000 in damages from Playboy and a radio host after the host teed off a shot from her butt during a 2012 golf tournament. The quote here is, he did not make crisp contact with the ball. If you see the after picture...
Ooh.
My Lanta.
He square hit her with a fucking driver right there.
Oh.
He didn't hit the ball at all. There's no chance he hit any of the ball. And that is, Jonesy, what were we discussing?
I don't think anything over the counter is going to be able to take care of that one.
No, it's not.
No.
And what did we say? This is like, this ass reminds me of a perfect game in baseball. Or maybe a no-hitter.
Yeah.
It's a no-hitter. And that was the single bloop at the bottom of the ninth that fucking destroyed it.
Yeah.
Because I wonder if she has her body like insured. You know what I mean?
Well,
like some of them do.
I wonder. I mean, the defendant in question is Kevin Kline, not of the NHL, or the Fish Called Wanda.
Or Back to the Future.
Or Back to the Future. While hosting the Playboy Golf Finals in the Industry Hills Golf Club, he asked Dixon to lie on her stomach with her buttocks partially exposed so Kline could hit a ball off a tee inserted between her butt cheeks. What part of that sounded like a good idea on her part?
I just have no idea.
On her part.
On her part.
As far as the guys, I'm
Oh, yeah. They just want her to expose her ass crack. They're like, how can we get her to take her pants down?
Of course.
Fucking Kevin Kline's like, well, I could fucking hit a golf ball out of her ass.
Well, I'm going to try and tee off on this girl's ass, but not the way you're thinking of.
I'm about to tee off on a Playboy model's ass.
I've been trying to think of a joke for this one all day. I just figured it out.
Dude, everyone stopped in the locker room. I'm going to tee off on a Playboy model's ass. What?
Yeah.
And he just got sued for it.
My God, the color of that, it's like a big eggplant color.
Oh, it's bad news, man.
That's really scary.
So she's in, what is it they call it, litigation or whatever they want to call it. I'm sure they'll settle out of court.
Can you imagine bringing that one to the grand jury?
I don't think it's going to make it that far. That's going to be a settled out of court.
That'll be a settled out of court.
Yeah, she's seeking $500,000. They'll throw her $250 cash. She'll be fucking done with it.
Have a nice day.
Call it a day. You know, her complaints. Actually, when I first read this story, I fucking said bullshit. I was like, bullshit. And then I came across the picture, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I changed my view real quick. She got blasted. So she alleges battery and negligence and punitive damages. I guess that makes sense if you're a Playboy model, because she definitely couldn't fucking work for months.
I wonder if that pain that she experienced was different than the pain. Like, you know when you wake up in the morning and you kick the fucking bed frame and you're toast, and it gives and it's like, and there's like a 4 Mississippi before you really feel the burn. I wonder if the same thing happened with her ass.
Well, you know it's coming. When
Yeah.
You start hopping because you just...
Yeah. When all of a sudden there's just an avalanche of pain about to wash over you. Just like, "Wah!"
I've done that when I have the wife and kids sleeping and the dog, and like on the way to the bathroom at like 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
And to muffle the screams out of my that want to erupt from my throat, I'm like, fucking like almost make myself throw up, trying not to wake everyone else up. Because the only thing that's worse than hitting your toe on the coffee table on the way to the bathroom, is waking up the dog and the kid.
It's waking up the dog and the kid. Oh.
At 5 in the morning because there's no going back. All right. So let's hit this one other story before we head over to videos. Maybe one or two other stories. But
Well, let's do the tenant one.
yes. Man unknowingly rents apartment out to BBW orgy.
Yo, you guys might be this might be your advantage to hear this article.
Yes. Okay. Let's start off like this. Have you heard of Airbnb.com?
Have you?
I have. Jonesy, what is Airbnb.com?
I haven't.
Okay, I'll explain it to you. Airbnb.com is a website where if you have an apartment where you can maybe go stay with your buddies for a couple of days, you'd be out of town, you travel for work, you can make a few bucks back on that apartment that you're renting by renting it to someone on the internet that's, checks out as a legitimate person and they stay at your place. They throw you a few bones and then, rent's a little easier that month. And utilities. Seems like a legit idea. Tenant uses Airbnb.com, leads to unsuspected sex party that trashes his Chelsea luxury apartment. See photo. Oh, yeah, the photo. All right. I went a little too early. Okay. The BBW panty raid party was hosted by the man David, who said he was going to stay in town for a wedding. He lied. He rented the place. And he threw the BBW panty raid, I think it was Turn Up Part 2.
Is this guy from 1951 a panty raid party?
Well, apparently they had to move all the furniture out to fit all the BBWs, the big beautiful women, for those of you that don't know what that means.
Not big breasted?
Big beautiful.
Oh,
it means fat chicks.
Oh, okay.
Let's just let's lay it out there. It means fat chicks with pretty faces.
Yes.
That's what that means. So, and I'm sure the pretty faces is in the eye of the beholder, you know what I mean? So, they fucking trashed his shit. They threw his furniture out in the fucking alley, and he showed back up. And this is a really funny thing. He said, this is a very politically correct way of saying he came back early and he found...
very politically...
He said,
this is really good.
There was a huge posse of large men and women in hip-hop attire looking like they got tossed from a club hanging out in front. Honestly, he could have just said there was a bunch of black people out front. He could have just said it.
Yo, and the guy's last name is Taman, which, this is my first rodeo, but, I mean, it seems to me that that's like a foreign name.
Yeah, well, his first name is something.
I can imagine this guy, working his whole life to get this.
I think he's a stand-up comedian.
And he has like a holy man, bless the apartment, and then all of a sudden, some guy throws a BBW party there. These enormous asses jumping around in the fucking room.
How about the fact that they left a big fat bag of used condoms and liquor in the middle of the
I didn't read that. What?
Yeah. He got back in, and there was a big bag of used condoms and liquor on the floor.
Oh, that's horrible.
A $20 per person booty bash.
Yeah, and the ad that we just showed, you can show it now, is when he Googled the guy's phone number when he thought some shit was a little shady. That's what he got. He got an ad for a party at his own apartment with it's pixelated here due to the restrictions of the broadcast. But that is a dude with his hand up in the ass of a big fat chick.
Oh my God.
Naked ass.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. So yeah. He got a big fat bag of used condoms.
Yeah, Joe, I didn't see that at the end, bro.
Yeah.
Big bag of condoms and liquor on the floor.
Yep.
And then, I caught, in quotes, I caught them taking my white sofa out into the backyard alley.
Yeah, because they had to make room for the bitches.
The guy was coming home. He's checking his... What the fuck?
Well, I mean, it's a white sofa. It could have gone worse for him. They might have been better off in the back alley.
Maybe.
There's some snail trails on those cushions, man. Oh man. But Ari Timan is getting $23,817 from Airbnb to cover that.
All right.
And they're paying for his hotel stay until they can... Oh, wow. Until he can find a new place to live.
Yeah.
He's just fucking out. He's paying the damages, fixing the place, and he's bound. I guess you never want to live there again. It's almost haunted. It's haunted by fat bitches and used condoms.
It's haunted. There's like specters.
Imagine you just wake up in the middle of the night, you're in a cold sweat, like, oh, fat bitches.
Or like, remember that video we showed last week of the Jamaicans jumping down? Like all, you see like
yes,
flashes of that, like, but in like, you know.
Yeah. Last week we showed a WWE commentary on Jamaican dancing, and some of the young ladies in there might have attended this party. It seemed like if you had watched that video.